Hi guys, how is everything going today? I had a really good day today. Just ran errands and everything, all that good stuff. But it's been really good so far. Very blessed day. It's always a blessed day when you wake up. So you guys, today we're going to talk about your emotions. Emotions, it's a feeling that comes naturally from your circumstances, mood, or relationship with something or someone. Yeah, know I wrote my notes down so I won't, forget what I had to tell y'all. In the words of H-Town, emotions, they make you cry sometimes. And y'all remember that song, emotions make you cry sometimes. Emotions make you, sad sometimes. I forgot the song. But basically, emotions, they make you feel some type of way. Y'all know I can't sing. I'm sorry about that. But a lot of times people feel that when you show emotions, it makes you sound like, a weak person. It makes you weak. And I used to believe that too. Like, especially when I was dating, I was like, I'm not going to show no emotions to the person that I'm dating because I don't want them to think that they can control me or cheat on me or use me or anything of that sort. So when I was in a relationship, even when I was married, like when we first got married, like of course I would tell him I love him, but as far as anything past that, I really didn't show emotions. And he thought, I was just trying to be hard and be mean towards him, and it wasn't that. It's just I just didn't want to show no emotions because I didn't want to get hurt. I didn't want him to break my heart, like so many other men. But we're past that now. I have grown from that, and sometimes I still struggle with it, but I am better at showing my emotions, especially now that I have a daughter. You definitely gotta show emotions towards your child. And when I meet people, sometimes, thank you, baby. They be like, hey, how you doing? I be like, hi, and I just say hi, and I keep it moving. And I shouldn't be like that. I should be like, hey, how you doing? And try to hold a conversation with them. But I just be so scared of the what if, what if they're trying to use me? What if they want something from me? That's a whole other subject, you guys. But hold on, you guys. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. But I know that sometimes that you feel like, I know with me that person, they're out to do something. Nobody is nice for no reason. Why? Why? Why are you talking to me? Why are you being nice to me? What do you want? That's how I used to think all the time. But now I'm trying to really be more positive towards people because I don't want my child to grow up feeling the same way I did and think that people are always out to do something to her or out to get her or whatever. And another thing, showing emotions is natural. It's natural to have emotions. You're not a robot. We're not robots. So you can't. Now I know back in the day, I used to always, when I meet somebody, I just really like them. If it was a guy, I was like, oh, let me talk to him. Or if it was a girl, oh, we're finna be best friends. Your emotions just make you feel certain type of way about people. It's like you just be really, really friendly. I used to be like that, you guys. I had to train myself not to have emotions. Like I had to literally train myself not to do that, and that's not good. It's not good to do that. So you're supposed to have emotions, you guys, because you are human. Now let's see. It says, do not conform any longer to a pattern of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's Romans chapter 12, verse 12. What I received from that is, how you see females that if a guy, he be like, hey ma'am, how you doing? She be like, I got a boyfriend. Or don't talk to me. What do you want? I used to be one of those females. But that's not good to be like that. And I feel like that verse tells you, don't act like you see other people doing, how you see these other females doing, how you see these other boys doing. Don't be that way. Don't be so cold-hearted and standoffish where you're emotionless. You know how people, like a lot of people back in the day used to tell me that when they first met me, They thought I was bougie, which I'm not. Y'all know I'm not bougie. They thought I was the B word. I mean, I'd have heard, they say, like, when they first meet me, that's how I came off as. But once they got to know me, it was a whole different story. Like, matter of fact, my best friend back in high school, well, one of my best friends, me and him, every time we saw each other, we would get into a fight, like, just start arguing and everything. And, of course, he wasn't my best friend then. He was just a classmate. And he was like, one day, I don't know, we just sat down and talked. And I was like, well, what's your issue with you? Why you don't like me? He was like, you think you all that? I was like, why you think that? He's like, 'cause you come in here every day wearing weave, isn't it? I was like, wearing weave? This is not weave, this is my hair. And he was like, oh, I didn't know that was your hair. I thought that was weave. You know, I thought you had that real good weave. I was like, no, this is my hair. So, you know, once we got past that and realized that we was fighting over nothing, you know, we're best friends now. And, you know, when you don't show emotions, it make people think other things about you and make them assume things. And he's not the first person that's ever told me that. It's other people throughout my life have told me that. They're like, when I first met you, man, I thought you was a B. I'm like, why? And they're like, well, because, you know, just the way you don't have no emotions. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And, you know, to tell the truth, my hormones, since I had a child, that's another reason why I'm very emotional now. Like, because my hormones are different now that I'm a woman and then I had a child. Like, anything can just make me cry. Or if somebody tell me something about something, like, even with you guys, when I'm watching y'all videos and y'all going through something, I feel it. Like, sometimes I be something about y'all videos crying. When y'all be going through y'all things, I'm like, oh, man, it's so sad. I feel so bad. I wish I could do something for them. Like, now I'm a very emotional person. Even my husband, he's like, I'm more nicer now that I've had a child. He's like, you know, because usually he tell me, I love you. I'm like, what you want? He be like, no, I just love you. What you want? What you want me to do? What? But I'm different now. Now he tell me he love me. I be like, oh, I love you too. Most of the time. Sometimes I don't, y'all. Sometimes I be like, get in my face. But yeah, let's see. Let's see, my note says, don't be afraid to be yourself. People around you will tell you different. And what I mean by that, you guys, is if you're a person, for example, my husband, he's very emotional. He's like, can I have a kiss? Can I have a hug? Ooh, I love you. Y'all, he used to do that like every 5 minutes. And it was annoying, you guys. It was so annoying to me. I was like, oh, why does he keep saying that? I'm like, I know, okay, you don't have to keep telling me. You know, I used to be that type of female towards him. And I know some of y'all is like, girl, you crazy. I wish my man would tell me he loved me. Or I wish my man was lovey-dovey like that. When you're a person who don't show emotion and don't like emotions, it get on your nerves. And he would do it like every 5 minutes. So I had to, you know, sit down and have a talk with him and tell him, you know, hey, you don't have to keep on doing that. I know how you feel. You don't have to keep saying that. I don't like hearing that. And, you know what I'm saying? I just have to explain it to him so he won't be getting heartbroken every time I roll my eyes at him when he said, or I just go, and diss him or whatever. So I had to explain to him why I didn't have emotions, why I was emotionless and everything. And once I explained it to him, he was like, oh, okay. So, you know, he would still tell me he loved me, but he won't do it as much. Like, instead of doing it 700 times a day, he would just do it probably like 5 times a day. So, you know, we done got better with that. You know, now when he tell me, like I said, I try to say it back. And I mean it. I mean, I do love my husband. Don't get me wrong. I just was afraid of being hurt. Like, for one, you know, you always hear about people giving their all to not just their spouse, but to their friends. You know, sometimes you do everything for your friends and be there for your friends and everything, and they end up hurting you. That's a whole other subject, you guys, about friendship. We'll do that another day, honey, because that's a whole other subject. But, you know, I was always afraid of what if he's just, like, in the beginning, what if he's just nice to me because he want to, you know, get some nookie from me, right? That's how it was back when I was in high school. But it was never like that. Like, he never asked me to have sex with him. You know, most guys back in high school, that's the only reason why they want to be nice to you. And if they know that you're an emotional person and you real friendly like that, they really take advantage of you. But he was never like that, you guys. Like, never. Not in high school anyways. So, you know, I feel like you should just be yourself. And another thing, when I say people around you will tell you different. Back in the day, back when we was in high school, my friends used to tell me, "Oh, girl, he's weak. He's he not a thug. Back in the day, thugs is what was in. He's not a thug. He's not tough. He ain't kill nobody. He ain't rob nobody. He don't do nothing." So I'm listening to them, and I'm like, "Yeah, you right. So it caused me and him to have troubles in our relationship because I'm listening to what other people is telling me. Like, people gonna tell you whatever they want to tell you, and it's up to you to believe them or not. And I was young and dumb, and I didn't know any better, so I listened to them. And of course, I brought that trouble into our relationship. I'm like, "Oh, you ain't gonna kill nobody for me." So I just say crazy stuff like that. When you're a teenager, you say crazy stuff. You think crazy. So I was like, "Yeah, you ain't gonna kill nobody for me." And even now, like my husband, not that I've asked him to kill anybody for me. No, I haven't asked him to kill anybody. But you know what I'm saying? We're adults now, and there are things that, if I ask my husband to do, and it's something crazy, he's gonna be like, "Girl, bye. No, I'm not doing that. Don't ask me that." So, emotions, back in the day when he would tell me no, I'd be like, "What? Oh, no, you ain't no real man. You don't love me. You don't want to be with me." No, you guys, that's crazy. Emotions, it's your emotion. Don't feel a certain way because other people are telling you you should feel this way towards somebody's reaction. So, of course, my girlfriends, they like, "Oh, girl, you ought to be mad at him. Girl, you ought to dump him. You ought to do this to him, this and this." And I listen to them. I would go fuss at him. "Oh, man, you need to do this and this and that and that." But that's because I'm listening to other people. No, I should just listen to myself, have my own emotions, feel how I want to feel. Like, even now with my child, like, if we're out and about and she wanna hold my face and kiss me, and it's like, oh, like that makes me feel so good that my child loves me. So of course I'm kissing her back and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm like, "Oh, I love you too, Junkie," or whatever. And my emotions now is like lovey-dovey, But back in the day, if that would have happened, it would have been different. I'd be like, "Oh, no, don't do that, not in public, no. No, honey, I'm going to show my love whenever and wherever." And if you have emotions for something, if you care about something, care about it. Don't be ashamed of it. If you love something, if you dislike something, that's your emotion to have. So, you guys, that's all I have to say. I hope y'all receive that and y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you. Basically, I'm telling you to be yourself. If you're an emotional person, be an emotional person. Especially you men. I know a lot of y'all don't like to show emotions because y'all think that's not tough, that's not manly, whatever. No, if you're a man that like to cry in the movies, you cry because that's you being yourself. And other people, they just have to accept you for being who you are. Like I told y'all the other day, you have to learn to accept others, and they have to accept you for who you are. If that's the type of person you are, you be that person. That doesn't make you gay or anything. That just make you an emotional person. You have emotions. You're a caring person. You're a human being. But you guys, that's all I wanted to come talk to y'all about today. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Like I said, I'm having a blessed day. I'm gonna go lay my child down for a nap because she needs a nap, and then while she's taking her little 2-second nap, I'm gonna clean up all that I can. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. Bye bye.